Do you think it's impossible to produce a final rendering output in this state? Even with the current EEVEE renderer, when you activate options like bloom and screen space reflection, you can achieve this level of effect. Now, let's take a look at the EEVEE Next renderer. Doesn't it feel like it has been upgraded to the next level? It's already implementing bounce light fundamentally, and it represents the effects of glowing objects well. At this point, it has become a renderer that can be somewhat useful. Here, this is white, and now it's a blue glowing object, so it shows it in blue. It also seems like it will implement the color bleeding effect well. So now you don't have to set up lighting complicatedly to achieve reflections close to real-world lighting. So far, rendering quality has improved significantly through HDRI lighting. But with the EEVEE Next renderer, you can expect another significant leap in rendering quality, which you can test in Blender 4.1 Alpha version. If you go to the Blender website right now, you can download Blender 4.1 Alpha version. After downloading and running the 4.1 Alpha version, you won't initially see the EEVEE Next renderer in the Render Engine tab. To enable it, go to Edit Preferences, activate the Developer Extras option, check the EEVEE Next option in the Experimental tab, and then close and restart Blender. Now you should see EEVEE Next in the Render Engine options. Let's briefly examine what this EEVEE Next Render Engine is. Let's set up the scene using the default cube to see the differences in the render engines. Here's a simple setup with one light source in a basic room. Let's switch to the rendered view in the EEVEE renderer. It looks like this, and when the light is inside the room, it's hard to notice a significant difference. However, in the EEVEE render engine, when the light is positioned outside the room, the situation changes. When the light is outside the window, the room is divided into distinct shadow and light areas. In the real world, indirect illumination from light entering the room causes the surroundings to faintly glow. In CG, achieving this indirect light effect is possible with a global illumination renderer. Implementing such global illumination effects in the previous EEVEE renderer was quite cumbersome. However, the EEVEE Next render engine simplifies the implementation of global illumination effects at a faster pace. While you can achieve some of these effects by enabling options like bloom and screen space reflection in the EEVEE render engine, it still feels lacking. Rendering the same scene with the EEVEE Next engine gives a sense of an upgrade to the same setup. It inherently implements global illumination effects. If it can provide this level of quality at this speed, it can be considered a quite usable renderer. EEVEE Next appears to have an advantage over Cycle's renderer in terms of rendering speed, and seems to handle color bleeding effects as well. Expectations are high for EEVEE Next.